Father, thank you again for this day and bringing us together to do the work for the city. Keep us all mindful of why we were here and that we're here to do the best for our citizens and to make this city the best place that we can possibly be. It's in your name that we pray. Amen.
And folks, I know sometimes we have a little bit of feedback problem with these, but make sure you turn your mics on when you talk. I'm probably the worst, so I'm trying to remind everybody, so I remind myself. Rules of decorum in effect. We only have 2 people in the audience. I think they've heard that speech from multiple times. Do we have any citizens' comments? Okay, citizens' comments. Oh, okay. Just make sure you give her the sheet when you're done. Fill out a comment, the citizens' comment sheet. Yes, sir. Turn your mic on and make sure.
Okay, is that on? What do you know? And no feedback. My name is Mike Easter. I live at 403 Wagon Court. I just want to thank you, Mayor Short, Mayor Pro Tem Balcom, Council Members Mr. Chisholm, Hoffman, and McNeil, and my neighbor, Dan Tucker. Specifically, I'd like to thank you for taking time away from your family and everything to be here to do this, hopefully to prepare some resolutions to find their way into Texas law to alleviate some of the problems for people in the future that we're now facing. I think access to a safe and reliable source of drinking water is essential for our health and safety. It's important for maintaining our property values, enhancing our quality of life, and supporting economic development in this area. My wife, Erin, and I appreciate your efforts to obtain access to a more reliable and greater supply of drinking water by pursuing a direct connection with North Texas Municipal Water District and acquiring RCH. We fully support this objective, as it's unclear how any other option with a private entity without direct access to North Texas Municipal District water can provide more reliable and greater supply. I realize that many have expressed concerns about the potential negative impacts associated with seeking or even attaining this objective, some of which I agree with to a degree. However, it's my opinion that the potential benefits of obtaining this objective far outweigh the negative impacts. And as many people, like economist Thomas Sowell, point out, there's not solutions to problems, there's just trade-offs we make for one thing or another. And I think this observation applies to this issue. Nonetheless, I think the council should consider the admonition of not allowing the perfect to become the enemy of the better. If MC can accomplish this objective, it will also have a much greater ability to control the development within MC and the ETJ, and that will be a vast improvement as compared to where we are at today, which, as I understand it, that McLendon-Chisholm has very limited discretion in approving building permits, and when that discretion is applied, it can run the risk of potential litigation for failure to approve such permits. Therefore, I think resolving the chronic water shortage is the most important issue facing the residents of McLendon-Chisholm and those living in the ETJ. And I think acquiring RCH and becoming a direct customer of North Texas Municipal Water District will be a significant step towards remedying the chronic water shortage that we have today in McLendon-Chisholm and the ETJ. Thank you.
Consideration at the annual meeting in October of 2023. Jennifer, Adrian, do you want to describe what this resolution is?
Okay, so the resolution that is in your packet has been changed just a little bit, so I wanted to let you be informed of that, and as well.
That's fine.
So the resolution is for us to send over to TML, and we need to get it done by August 21st if we choose to choose this particular resolution or make changes to it, and it's due by 5 o'clock. And then at the business meeting in October, they're going to review resolutions that they want to try to achieve for possible potential bills that they want to advocate for with our state legislatures, whether it's our state representatives or senators. So this particular resolution that I started with, with a brief background, it talks about local water supply corporation has failed to meet the infrastructure and requirements to keep up with the water demand. I know that there is quite a number of water supply corporations across the state, and so some of the things that we're experiencing here could be some sort of help to that we can have something in state law that will be able to help facilitate a process for accountability where there hasn't really been accountability from the state level to certain state agencies that have been appointed to regulate certain types of issues that's related to water quality, infrastructure improvements, and things of that nature. So, so the resolution that I would like to propose, I'm asking for you to review the pieces of paper that are printed out for you. This is the one that I would like to propose as a resolution I would like the City Council to consider for approval to be used at the TML conference. So you want me to go ahead and read it?
Yes,
okay.
that's fine.
So brief background is local water supply corporation has failed to provide adequate delivery of water and or meet the infrastructure requirements to keep up with the water demand. And so what the resolution intended to accomplish is, whereas rural water systems are dedicated to helping water and wastewater systems provide efficient service and clean, safe drinking water to their customers. Now, therefore, the state of Texas defines a rural water supply corporation by the number of connections threshold of 1,500. Upon reaching the threshold of 1,000 connections, the rural water supply corporation shall notify the nearest municipality to inform the city of A, any pending transfer by certified mail, B, any failure to comply with infrastructure improvements per existing and or development agreements, C, any failure to comply illegally with contractual agreements, D, any failure to refund finances for improvements, meters, hydrant meters, and or infrastructure related equipment, E, any failure to provide adequate staffing, F, any failure to provide defined license operators, technicians, backflow inspectors, G, any failure to refund finances to public improvement district bond obligations, H, any failure to produce a third-party audit by the annual meeting for its customer members, I, any failure to have day-to-day administration and or operation support. With one or more violations based on the above list is determined the water supply corporation is to be sold, placed under receivership and or transferred to another entity, then the nearest municipality has first right to asset transfer and or customers of the corporation.
All right, guys, and understand this is us submitting this to the state at TML at their committee with the understanding, if they like what they've seen, that they may take it and move forward with it and actually be able to put some teeth to it at the state level, not only for us but for everybody else that may be experiencing or could in the future experience the same issues that we're having right now. That's the importance of this. But before we go into any other discussion on that for the moment, I'm going to switch gears. If somebody wants to crucify me for it, let them be it. Mr. Crawford, did you want to speak under citizens' comments? Tony? Okay. Because he was late getting in here, I'm going to allow him to speak.
Time at 7 o'clock.
And that's fine.
I was home watching Adam 12 and all that.
Yeah. So, go ahead. Oh.
Anthony Crawford, 104 Lavender Place in McLendon-Chisholm, and I appreciate the opportunity to give me to speak. Sometime in October 2022, I was approached by then City Council member Lorna Cabot and asked if I would be a member of the Water Committee for the City of McLendon-Chisholm. And we had our first meeting on November 15th, 2022. I didn't know what to expect and thought as a broken down retired career police officer I would be totally lost regarding municipal utilities. But I have always said that you can't complain unless you are willing to work at a solution. Our water system is a mess and needs quick, level-headed coordination to bring it up to standards. I waited in the outer room to be led into the conference room. In walks another citizen and sits down. I had no idea who she was and why she was there, and lo and behold, we go into the same meeting. We introduced ourselves, and I met then concerned citizen Adrian Balcom. I immediately realized she is the most prepared person in the room, and I quickly brought us up to speed. I knew who to rely on when the going got tough. We got to work and started meeting with experts on municipal water management. I had questions and concerns, but Adrian answered them with an ability that made me feel like I was a part of the group. We were able to create a presentation for the February 22nd, 2023 City Council meeting. Adrian was able to secure the attendance of Blackland Water to help the council members understand what processes and planning would be needed in order to correct our water issues. The Water Committee took great pride on presenting a vast amount of relevant information that night. If you want to see dedication in action, then tell Adrian no, or it can't be done on any matter that involves how we as citizens are treated. She doesn't complain, but puts her concerns to action. She researches large amounts of information and comes up with an action plans that work towards solutions and not just words. Fast forward to her now having the title of Mayor Pro Tem after her re-election to council. Mayor Keith Short sees what we all see in Mayor Pro Tem Balcom. Her intelligence, knack for research, and tenaciousness makes her the perfect representative for this city to solve our long-standing issues with water delivery. That's why he appointed her and Conrad to work on bringing us an adequate water supply. Mayor Pro Tem Balcom and Conrad have already taken a major step forward to this goal by authoring a letter to the North Texas Municipal Water District requesting membership so that we may have a direct, sustainable connection to a water supply. They're both working hard for us, and I'm proud to be able to tag along. Thank you.
Told a long time ago by a TML attorney, basically what a resolution from a city is. It's like a high-powered opinion of our council. It's not necessarily a policy or an ordinance, but it does have some teeth to it. So what we're doing is we're wanting to send this to the state, to their committee, and hopefully they'll add to it and take it to the state level and possibly make it a policy or a law to protect all of us that may or may not get faced in this situation. So at this point in time with what she read, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution.
All right, I need a second. The amended version, because there were some word changes in here.
Sorry, I make a motion to approve the amended resolution submitted.
Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Now that we have a motion and a second, it's open for discussion. Brian, do you have anything you want to add to it?
No, sir, I'm good. I agree with what it was saying, and I liked your comments on the end there, saying what this does, to not just forward it for our city, but to protect other cities.
Yeah, it's not about us, it's about we.
Yeah.
This is for everyone that may or may not ever face this.
Yeah, no, I think it's good to go.
Floyd?
No comment.
I swear he does that intentionally with me. Adrian? Dan?
Yeah, I like the amended version. I think this is a point in time where, because of the elevated temperatures out there that have been persistent for, I don't know, a month almost, it seems like, I think a lot of other municipalities are under a lot of stress, and they're having the same response to lack of water as we do. So it's been a stress test for a lot of communities. And so I think that this will really take track down in Austin, and I think it's something that everybody has on their mind now. Now, in 3 weeks, we'll probably get plenty of rain, and hopefully it won't become a thought that was just passed by. But I think this is very, very important. I think we'd like to stay on top of it. Yeah.
I agree with you, and the thing is, there may be cities smaller than us that can't afford to fight
Exactly.
and have the same problem.
Thanks for your work on it, Adrian.
All right, guys, then I will ask for a vote. All in favor? Aye.
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 Show that unanimous. All right, this is the part that's really easy. I didn't set the record this time, but I'm pretty damn close. It is 6:47. All things have been accomplished in the special meeting. Meeting adjourned.